Hey there guys, it's me again. We are on our second lesson on bar graphs. And today we are going to learn how to read a bar graph. And then the purpose of that is so that you can interpret this information and analyze it so that we can use information from a bar graph or a circle graph or a pie graph and be able to compare that data and be able to interpret data from any kind of graphing information. What you're going to do with all this information is use it to, this is actually stuff you're going to use in the real world. Graphing is stuff that you will see in the business world. You'll see it actually working in the grocery stores. You'll see it working in the fast food industry, restaurants. You're seeing a lot of it with the stock exchange with everything that's going on with the coronavirus. Graphing is a big, big part of our world. Massive part of statistics, things along those lines. So this is actually a really, really important part of our lesson. We're doing graphing this week. We're going to be doing histograms next week, which is also graphing. And then we're also going to be doing, I believe, mean, median, and mode the following week, which will also be part of statistics, which is more stuff you'll see in the real world. So anyway, I'm hoping to see you guys real soon, but I'm doing the very best I can to get you guys some information here presented through these videos. I know this isn't as big as you would see it in the classroom, but I am going to do the best I can so you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm going to zoom it in as much as I can. So I'm going to get myself out of the screen here. All right, and I'm going to actually move it down, and I'll move it up and down as I need to for you guys. Whoops, sorry. All right. I'm using my formal dining room as a backdrop for our classroom learning here. Okay, so one of the things you need to understand when we do this stuff is you've got to be able to look at this stuff and see that there are scales. And by the way, this is not the one in your pages. So what I'll do is I'll snap a picture of this one and put it on there so that you can look at this while I'm actually teaching so you can see what I'm doing and follow along. Okay, so this is the one about radio stations. You guys have one on ice cream cones, and you guys have one that is talking about sodas. Okay, so if you've already submitted it, great. If not, just listen to the video anyway just to get a more understanding. Because again, we're going to have a little mini quiz on Friday. It's like 8 or 9 questions, and it's going to be similar to what we're doing here. Okay, so the biggest thing is here, you got to look over here. There's scales. And if you notice, they're showing you a scale, and this one is by 5s. So the intervals have to be equal. They could be maybe up by 2s, they could be 4s, 5s, 10s, whatever. But this right here, my scales are by 5s. So this one goes 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And you read a graph by the way these lines go. So right here, they're showing me I have classical music, and I'm going to read it as to where the line comes up on this particular thing. So if I go here, I'm going to go to classical music, and I can use my hand to line it up, and I see that there are 10 votes for classical music. So 10 people enjoyed classical music. Then if I look right here, country music, I go right here, 5, 10, 15, 20, and it stops at the line 25. So 25 people like classical music or country music. I apologize for that. Then jazz, look at how big this is. Wow. Different radio stations. These are the different ads they're showing there. So they're showing you here, it goes all the way up to the number 35. So 35 people, or 35 ads are being shown on the jazz radio station. And then the last one right here is 80s music. This is what Miss Edison loves. Her favorite singer, John Bon Jovi. This is where you would see this, okay? So Bon Jovi and all those others, the 80s music station, I go over here, and it's showing there are 30 ads being displayed there. So now they're going to ask you these different questions about the thing. So my first question is, how many ads were on, and my keyword here is the jazz station. So I'm going to go to my jazz, and I'm going to go right here, and it tells me there were 35 ads displayed on that station. Okie dokie. So, and if you notice, I like to put my numbers up top just because it helps Miss Edison to see things, but you may not want to do it that way. It's just the way I like to do things. Now, they're asking me, were there more ads, were there more, they want to know which one, on the 80s or the jazz station. So look at the bars. All right. So which bar here is taller? The 80s station or the jazz station? So here's my jazz, here's my 80s. So which one's taller? The jazz station is taller. So that's going to be my answer for this one, jazz. Oh, and you can put your answers over here as well, okay? Now, which station had exactly, and the number here is 10 ads. Who had only 10 ads? So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to find the number 10, and I see it lines up with this one. So what genre of music has just 10 ads? Classical music. That's what I play when you guys are taking a test in the classroom. The really quiet stuff that's supposed to stimulate your brains. Okay. Now, what is the difference? That's a key word there, difference. We know that difference means to subtract. So that means to subtract. And the number of ads played on the country station and the 80s station. So let's find the country station and the 80s station. Country plays 25 and the 80s station plays 30. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bigger number of 30 for the 80s station, and I'm going to subtract my smaller number from the country station of 25, and 30 minus 25 is going to give me 5. So there's a difference of 5 ads. So difference means to subtract. I hope you guys are following me. If not, don't forget, if not, you guys can always send me a message through Edsby or whatever to clarify anything that you're not understanding. Oh, I see another keyword here. What is the combined number of ads played on the country station and the 80s station? Well, if you remember yesterday, we said in our lesson, combined means to add. Okay, that's the total number put together. So we just said that the country station has how many ads? 25. And the 80s station, Miss Edison's favorite, Bon Jovi, okay, has 30. So when I add those together, how many ads? 25 plus 30 is 55. And you guys can use your calculators, your iPhones, whatever, to add this up. So we got 55 there. Okie doke. What station had the most ads? Most meaning the biggest number. So you're looking for the tallest bar. So which one has the tallest bar for the most ads? And that would be the jazz station. Now they want to know who has the fewest. Fewest means is that if you have the fewest number of points you can get on a test, that means a really small number of points. You don't want the fewest because that means your grade is going to be not so good. So that's the smallest bar. Okay, so where's my smallest bar? The classical station. And you can visualize that by looking at these. Now, I'm going to just drop this down a little bit more. Okay, how many more ads did the country station have than the classical? My question is, how many more? All right, this is one of those tricky ones. If I want to know how many more pieces of, how many more Chick-fil-A French fries did you have than your brother? Or your sister? Well, if you got more, you're lucky. That means we're going to have to subtract how many he had versus you had in your container, right? So the country station had 25. The classical station had 10. So what am I going to do? I'm going to subtract, and I'm going to get a difference of 25 minus 10 is 15. All right, I know we can't ask questions right now, but if you do not understand something, please message me through Edsby. Please, please, please. Okay, how many fewer ads did the 80 station have than the jazz station? So let's look at this. 80 station has how many? Let's write this down first. 30. And the jazz station has 35. Okay, fewer means how many less? So I'm going to subtract. So they have a total of 5 less. And if you didn't want to do the work, you could say, okay, here 35 minus 30 is 5. And our very last question, were there fewer ads on the jazz station or the country station? So we're going to go back up here. So I'm looking at my jazz station and my country station. Which one has fewer ads? Taller bar or shorter bar? Well, we're looking at the shorter bar because we're looking for the fewer ads. And that would be the country station. Okay, so that is how you complete this page. So this is my example for you guys. I will take a picture of this as well for you to see the answers in case you had a hard time seeing it. I hope you're watching the videos just so that you can see what I'm doing and get an idea for what we're doing in here. Again, questions, concerns, send me a message on Etsy. Miss you guys. Bye-bye.